hearts on it, showing his class. Race chats buzzing, stories unfold, trash talk, laughter, and drivers bold. From the green flag drop to the checkers wave, it's hard, it's hustle, it's the rule of the play. Feel the roll, feel the rush, dirt and grit, every driver's dream, every fan's perfect hit. Slide shot through the wheel, cushion in play. This is where the legends are made every day. Hitting that cushion, tires bite deep. One wrong move, you'll spin your week. Bumpers tap, tensions flare. Racing's a gamble, all fair out there. Every lap counts, stakes are high. In this race, only the best get by. Feel the heat, feel the drive. This is where racing truly comes alive. Feel the roll, feel the rush, dirt and grit. Ethan Bill's leading, Ward's not gonna quit. Slide shot through the wheel, cushion in play. This is where the champions are made. Come on, what may, so turn it up, let's ride tonight. On MDI-TV, under the bright lights. From green to checkered, it's all on the line. Monday night modifieds, where stars align.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here for some Monday night action. Big block starting the night out here at I-55 Speedway at our Raceway Park, I guess is what it is, as these guys get ready to do 50 laps here tonight. How many cars we got in here? It looks like we got 19 cars. That means we will be sending one driver home here tonight. How's everybody doing? Let me know out in the chat so I know it's working too. All right, that is live. That is live. That is live. All right. What's up, Justin? I see it. I see it's working. All right. It got quiet pretty early, so I just wanted to make sure we were working as we are getting ready tonight. Kieran Roundtree in the number 2 machine, currently at the top of the charts. Logan Herbert in the number 2 spot. Mason in 3rd. Will Hanger 4th. Kenny Cudney in that number 5 spot. Looks like we got Hollenbeck, Ethan Bill, Nick Brundage really putting on. And Tyler Reed are your top 10 as it stands right now. Go Barnhart says, got you. All right, thanks, T. Clem. What's up, Karen? Justin goes, go Barnhart. Barnhart, we're starting to see him a little bit more now here lately. Again, let's see how he is able to do. 6,000 SOF here tonight as we get into qualifying. Who's going to be the first one out on the track here tonight? You guys ready for the triple header? We are going to go next. We're going to have Huset for the super late models. Then we're going to have Weedsport with the UMP Modifieds and something in between, as it looks like Cudney and Roundtree. Roundtree going to be the first one out on the track in that number 2. We're going to go ahead and shut that off as we get ready for tonight's heat race number 1. First up is qualifying, as Roundtree going to be the first to set the bar here tonight with a 12 point. Is that 0? No, that's a 921. So Roundtree out there with the first quick time, looking to take it here tonight. Will Hanger out there. Nicholas Ham coming out in the 45 JR. Curtis Griffin out on the track. Cudney going to be second quick. Let's see who's going to be the next to jump up on the board here tonight. You guys, as you see your favorite driver come up on the board, let me know who you'll be rooting for here tonight. Oh, Ham got sideways out of turn number 4. Will that affect his lap? Currently 5th quick on the charts. It definitely did with a 13.1. What is that? 185. All right. Boniface going to jump up to the number 3 spot. currently Roundtree holding that quick time as Durgan's going to jump up to second quick with a 12.971. Got Brandon Barnhart out on the track as he completes lap number 1. Let's see where that's going to put him. That's going to put him 5th quickest with a 12.990. All right, so we got Brundage out there, Michael Swank, Logan Herbert. He is definitely going to be one to watch. Oh, that's Swank. Want to go to Herbert. There is Herbert in the 611. Looks like Hollenbeck coming back out on the track. Where is Herbert going to put that 611 as he rolls out of turn number 4 across the line? Definitely one hell of a pre-gen here tonight as Herbert's going to go 3rd quick with a 12.880. All right, so right now it looks like, wow, Mason going to go to the top of the charts. Ethan Bill 2nd. Didn't notice that as we got an 8.67 and an 8.75 for those quick times. Let's see if Herbert able to pick it up. He is not able to pick it up on lap number 2. Looks like Hollenbeck going to be 13th quick. And that is going to be pretty much the end of qualifying as it looks like Mason going to take the quick time here tonight with a 12.867. All right, we are getting ready for heat race number 1 as they're going to get lined up. Let me go ahead and change that to gap and we'll put up tonight's starting lineup. Top 7 going to transfer through. Only one car going home here tonight. Who's it going to be? Who do you guys think it's going to be? Let me know out in the chat as we get ready for tonight's heat race number 1. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. It's going to be the number 20 of Mason. I don't know how to say his last name. And outside of him in the number 611, it's going to be Logan Herbert. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Kieran Roundtree. Outside of him in the number 17, it's going to be Caleb Durgan. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 25 machine, it's going to be Kenny Cudney. Outside of him in the number 1, it's going to be Tyler Reed. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in the number 72 machine, it's going to be Hunter Hollenbeck. Outside of him in the number 19, it is going to be Will Hanger. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the 212, it's going to be Breely Putnam in that number 9 spot. Outside of him in the number 10 position, it's going to be the 45 JR of Nicholas Ham. Down the front straight, down the into turn at number 3 and 4. They're going to get 1 to go at the line. What's up, Mason? As they come out of turn at number 4, 1 to go. Make sure you wave it to your favorite as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Who's it going to be here in heat race number 1? It's a slick track. I can't just say it's going to be the winner here tonight because they have definitely slicking out this thing here tonight with the pre-gen as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. When will that green flag wave? Green flag is out as Mason's on the gas. Great start by Herbert on the outside. Side by side into 1 and 2. Herbert's going to wind it up high. Big run out of turn number 2. Mason going to hold it down low, down into 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Herbert up on the high side. It's going to be Mason at the line as Herbert continues to wind it up on the top. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Looks like Herbert's starting to get the advantage as they head into 3 and 4. Run slider into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, lap number 2. Give it to Logan Herbert as they head into 1 and 2. 3 wide for that number 3 position. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Caleb Durgan able to hold on to it on the high side as they're side by side. Cudney and Roundtree down on the bottom, almost making a sandwich as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, here comes Roundtree down to the bottom, up underneath Durgan. Cudney going to look lower. 3 wide again for 3rd out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Roundtree going to scrape the wall, keeps it straight. Out of turn 4, he's going to dig to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Sorry, out of turn 2. Down the front straightaway, it's going to be single file now for the top 4 as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Cudney trying to work that bottom side. I'll tell you what, Hollenbeck is catfishing down by the wall in turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide back here in the pack as here comes Roundtree looking to the outside of Durgan, not able to do anything with it as we got a big battle back here for that number 6 spot. Tyler Reed up underneath Hollenbeck into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. It looked like Roundtree just got in the back of Durgan as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Roundtree. Roundtree up underneath. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Herbert, Mason, Durgan, Roundtree, Cudby, Hollenbeck, and Reed rounding out the field here tonight in heat race number 1. Durgan just went for a hell of a ride in turn number 1. He just did not lift. He was not going to let Roundtree around him. All right, we're going to get ready for heat race number 2. Let's go ahead and stack them up, and it is going to be E-Bill starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. Outside of him in the 916 is going to be Nick Brundage. Starting inside row number 2 and another 14, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Outside of him in the 100, it's going to be Drew Alton. Starting inside row number 3 in the 101 machine, it's going to be Brandon Barnhart. Outside of him in the 213, it's going to be Jim Boniface. Starting inside row number 4 in that number 27 machine, it's going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him in the number 22, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. And then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 39 machine, it's going to be Kyle Brennan. We are looking for 8 laps here in heat race number 2. Top 7 going to transfer through everybody else off to the county. It's top split, JP. It's top split. It's top split. You got to make top split in order to make it. What's up, Rich? I need to talk to you. I got to scrap a car here soon. Down into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. E-Bill on the gas. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they leave Brundage in the dust as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're pretty clean right now, Demon, as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Barnhart to the bottom, trying to get up underneath Peyton. Barnhart started back a couple spots. They're going to be 3 wide for that number 2 position out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Still 3 wide. Barnhart trying to take advantage, trying to get up 2 spots. Talbot's going to have it at the line as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Drew Alton stuck in the middle of this battle as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. They're going to keep it clean into turn number 3 and 4. But Barnhart's going to have the number 2 spot up 3 positions at the line as they head into 1 and 2. Barnhart on the move in the 101 as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Peyton Talbot trying to dig back on the outside as he's got Drew Alton all over the back of him. They're trying to go 2 and 3 wide behind him out of turn number 4. 4 laps complete, halfway there. Drew Alton down on the bottom side. I don't think he's hit anybody yet, but it is bound to happen as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Up underneath Talbot out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. Talbot with a good run almost to the outside of Barnhart. Through turn number 1 and 2, Talbot's going to get a run on the high side. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Barnhart continues to dig down low, wait for Peyton on the high side. He's going to ship it into turn number 1 and 2. He gets a good run off of 2, drives it out of 2, but gets tight, pushes up the track a little bit. That's going to cost him time into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. It is going to be all E-Bill out front. What a battle for second. What a battle behind him. Second on back as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Who's going to get this number 2 spot? Who's going to get the rest of the positions in the final transfer spot? Out of 4, it's going to be Bill, Barnhart, Talbot, Alton, Brundage, Boniface, and Swank going into tonight's featured. Griffin and Brennan going to the Consi. What a race there in heat race number 1. We're going to go ahead and re-rack them, restack them once again. Starting on the pole here in the LCQ, one of these guys going home. Let me know in the chat, who is going to be the one driver that goes home here tonight? Noah, thank you for the follow. Starting on the pole here in the LCQ, it's going to be the number 19 of Will Hanger. Outside of him in the number 22, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Starting on the inside of row number 2 here tonight in the number What number is he? 212. It's going to be Breely Putnam. Outside of him, in the number 39, it's going to be Kyle Brennan. And rounding out the field here tonight in that number 5 spot, in the third and final row, it's going to be the 45 JR of Nicholas Ham. So just waiting on Griffin to go ahead and get in here. He's got 3 seconds. Is he going to miss it? Griffin's going to miss the start. Oh, no, this might be a shoo-in for everybody in here. Curtis Griffin did not grid up. Oh, no. Did he leave? He didn't leave. Why did Griffin not grid up? All right, down the back straightaway. We're going to stack them up. We got one going for the 19. Yeah, it did start slick. It definitely started slick. Will Hanger going to try to get some mud on those tires. As we're going to get one to go at the line. Curtis Griffin did not get the grid. Will he get in there and possibly be the... get lucky and be the winner in some contact between these top 4? We're about to find out as they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Will Hanger leading the way. Here comes Kyle Brennan. He's going to push Hanger up the track. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, side by side for the lead. Brennan looking for that win as they come out of turn number 4. Looks like Nick Ham just kind of rolling in the back. What's up, Josh? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, drag race into turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Brennan back down low. Hanger going to lead it at the line, still side by side. Slide job from Brennan, cut down by Hanger. That's going to allow Breely to get up in the battle. Here comes Kyle Brennan down to the bottom into turn number 3 and 4. Big run for Hanger to the line. He's going to lead it that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2, door to door out of turn 2, drag race down the back straightaway. Here comes Breely. He wants a piece of action. 3 wide for the lead. Slide job by Brennan, cut down by Hanger. Nowhere for him to take it as Brennan's going to get the wall down the front straightaway. I don't know if there was contact between him and Breely, but Breely now to the point. A little bit of internet malfunction out of that 212 could have caused some net code there because it definitely, contact for sure there between Brennan and Hanger. Brennan going to dive back down low. Hanger to the top side, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. We're going to transfer this battle into that number 2 spot as it looks like Breely going to drive away as they head into 1 and 2, side by side for that number 2 spot. I'm having a good evening. How you doing, Robert? On to turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as they head into 1 and 2. Wow, Breely just reappeared right in front of Kyle. That had to screw him up. Here comes Hanger. We got a battle for the lead. Breely's going to almost lose it off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway in 1 and 2. Slide job by Brennan. He's going to take them both out of turn 2. Where is Breely? There he is, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, it's going to be Breely at the line. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. It's anybody's race. Hanger going to park it on Brennan's nose. Out of turn 2, Breely going to take advantage. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. One more chance. Brennan, big wreck out of 4. Breely going to win it. Brennan sent it in, got Hanger. Hanger with second. Brennan in third. Ham in fourth. Holy cow. He was not happy with Hanger, gave it back, but still cost him the spot as that was the LCQ. You're here in turn 2. Yeah, that might be a good place to be here tonight as we are going to rack them up, stack them up, and get ready for tonight's main event. Let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the 611. It's going to be Logan Herbert. Outside of him in the number 14 machine, it's going to be Ethan Bill. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 20 Public Enemy machine, it's going to be Mason. Outside of him in the 101, it's going to be Brandon Barnhart. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 17 machine, it's going to be Caleb Durgan. Outside of him in the number 14, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Kieran Roundtree. Outside of him in the 100, it's going to be Drew Alton. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 25 machine, it is going to be Kenny Cudney. Outside of him in the 916, it's going to be Nick Brundage. Then starting inside row number 6 in the number 72 machine, it's going to be Hunter Hollenbeck. Outside of him in the 213, it's going to be Jim Boniface. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, starting inside row number 7, it's going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him, it's going to be Tyler Reed with Will Hanger starting 16th, Breeley 15th. Breeley in 15th, Will Hanger 16th, Kyle in 17th, and Nicholas Ham in 18th as we look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Herbert gets a great jump into 1 and 2. It is going to be chaos for a second on back as they come out of turn number 2. Looks like Brundage going to get tight. Maybe some contact as we got a 3-way battle for the lead out of turn number 4. It's going to be Logan Herbert leading the way up on the high side as they're 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Griffin. Oh, a little bit of contact between Ethan and Mason. They keep it straight as they head into 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They're keeping it lean and green so far into turn number 3 and 4. Mason digging that bottom side out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. I'm here in the beer section. I didn't realize you said that. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's going to be all Herbert so far as Bill and Mason battle it out for that number 2 spot. Mason going to get the number 2 spot that time by as Ethan Bill works his way up to the top side out of turn 2. Big run down the back straightaway. Herbert, I think, was going to change lanes, but too late as here comes Ethan Bill to the outside. Now to the bottom in 1 and 2. He's going to throw the slide job in 1 and 2. Slide job by Bill, cut down by Herbert down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I don't know why it just did that, but okay. Talbot. It's Talbot. Talbot, Talbot, down the front back straightaway into turn number 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. Going to be Logan Herbert leading the way. Battle's going to be for that number 2 spot. Peyton's a ways back in that 14T as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Bill trying to hunt down the 611 as it looks like Mason finally has to settle back in that number 3 spot. Durgan trying to be on the move in that number 17. We got an age-long rivalry up at the front of the field starting to brew as Durgan closes the gap on the 611. What kind of race will we get out of those guys today as Hollenbeck is having a little bit of a connection issue. He blinks back in. I thought he had a wreck as they're going to be 3 wide out of turn number 2 as it looks like Barnhart, Drew Alton, and Kieran Roundtree having a great battle back there for that number 5 spot. Looks like Durgan's going to take that number 3 spot out of turn number 2 as Bill going to work on the number 1 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Bill trying to gain on the 611, almost hits the back of him in turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Herbert continuing to lead the way as Ethan Bill putting the pressure on the 611. I'll tell you what, this could be interesting because these two get racing it out. That 17 of Caleb Durgan definitely will be gaining some ground as it sounds like we had some issues back in the pack. Everybody's going to keep it straight. No yellow flag as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Bill now trying the bottom side as Durgan is closing the gap on the front 2 as they come out of turn number 4. Bill going to bang the wall down into 1 and 2. That's really going to screw him up as here comes Caleb Durgan in the number 17. So Bill doing a little hunting for a line there. He's going to move back up to the high side, know where he's consistent as the yellow flag comes out for the first time here tonight. All right, so issues in the back. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. It looks like Mason had an issue. Oh, Mason had fallen way back. All right, let's see what happened. Mason gets sandwiched. Mason got sandwiched in. And then, Hollenbeck slid in there and got into him. Oh, big stack up. Not really a big accident, but definitely just hard racing here. You can see he just kind of he puts his nose in there, just kind of gets pinched. Cudney comes up. It is super slick out there. Just nowhere for these guys to go. Caution flag comes out for the first time here tonight. Great racing so far, as that is not what Mason needed. He had a phenomenal run going here tonight. What's up, Riley? What's up, buddy? As we are going to jump back up to the front. Yeah, Riley's not out here to wreck anybody, so we're good. Now, we got a Riley out here. Drew Alton's a lot like Riley. I'm just picking Riley. All right, we got him stacked up 2x2 down the back straightaway. We're going to look for the green flag this time by... Green flag is out on a turn number 4. Herbert going to get on the gas. Here comes Durgan up underneath Ethan Bill for that number 2 spot. And Alton's going to dig down lower. Will we end up with 3 wide out of 2? No. As they come out of 2, Durgan holding strong on the bottom side. Yellow flag comes out once again. Yellow flag comes out. This track has gotten slick. These guys are beating and banging. Probably temper starting to flare. Let's see what happens to Nicholas Ham here. Oh, that was weird. He just gets in the back of Brett and gets it sideways. Brings out the caution flag here for the second time here tonight. What's up, Larry? Where is Ward? Where is Damien? All right, down the back straightaway. We're going to get these guys stacked back up. Logan Herbert leads the field as they come down the front straightaway. Looks like it is going 1 to go this time by. They're going to re-rack them, restack them. Oh, doing real racing stuff. We're going to see Ward out on the track here soon. You guys haven't raced yet this year, right? Or have you? All right, we still got about another month here. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Herbert's on the gas. Great jump by Durgan down on the bottom side. He's going to make contact with E-Bill down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Alton looking low. Roundtree peeking his nose in as Peyton Talbot in that number 14 T. He's still up in the mix as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be all Logan Herbert up front right now, but I'll tell you what, Durgan is digging that bottom side out of turn number 2 down the back straight. Oh, you got 2 weeks? Yeah, that's about right. I'm excited. I can't wait for IRL racing as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, he parks it on E-Bill's nose. Oh, big wreck. Durgan goes around. E-Bill goes around. Caution flag comes out. Caution flag comes out. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Oh, he just stuffed him. All right, we're going to take a look and see what happened here. Durgan comes up the track and just bumper bars E-Bill into the wall. E-Bill into the back of him in turn number 1 and 2. Both these drivers going around. Oh, Cudney and E-Bill kissing in turn number 1 and 2. Brennan's going to get a piece of that. Caution flag comes out once again. Yeah, Ward's from New York. You guys are in New York, right, Larry? All right, so a little bit of drama out on the track as that is going to change the front of the field a lot. That's going to put Drew Alton up on that front row. That's going to put Durgan, Cudney, E-Bill all the way to the back. This is top split official racing his life. As they come out of turn number 2, looking for that green flag this time by. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Logan Herbert ships it into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Ward, where do you guys race? I forget. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, going to be Herbert leading the way. Drew Alton in second. I think you are right, Colin. Down the back straightaway, here comes Drew Alton. Look for the lead. He gets in the back of Herbert in turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, Albany, Saratoga, Colin. Albany, Saratoga. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be nose to tail for the top 4. I'll tell you what, Drew Alton is all over the back of that 611 like a fat kid at the buffet as they come out of turn number 4. What's up, Devin? You're also going to Fonda this year? Nice. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. The Colin over on Facebook says he knows the name. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Logan leading the way. Alton in second as Talbot in that number 3 spot. Roundtree 4th, Brundage up to 5th as he's going to blink out there. Down into turn number 3 and 4. 23 laps, making 24 complete. We got 26 laps to go. Drew Alton working the back bumper bar of that 611 down into turn number 1 and 2. Herbert going to lead the way. Drew Alton going to try to roll the high side out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Battle for second, definitely starting to heat up. Here comes Alton to the outside. Will he get the nose up there? Up above Herbert. They make contact down the back straightaway. He tried to stick it in there, but couldn't quite fit those fat fingers as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Alton's going to get that big bump on the bumper of that 611 down the into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Herbert leading the way. Drew Alton back to the high side. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Alton's going to try to sneak around the top side. Herbert's going to play a little defense there. Puts the block on him. Alton all over the back of him into turn number 3 and 4. Great racing up here at the front as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 28 laps complete. Here comes Alton down to the bottom side, up underneath Herbert into turn number 1 and 2. Almost room for a slider, but it wasn't quite there as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Peyton back up in the mix out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. 29 laps in the books. It's going to be Herbert continuing to lead this one, but Drew Alton giving him all he can handle down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway is going to be Drew Alton wearing the back bumper of that 611 as they come out of turn at number 2 down the back straightaway. Will he have a bumper bar left? That's going to be the question here as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 31 laps in the books. You'll be in the 9. Oh, okay. Nice. How you doing, Damien? Larry said you're doing IRL stuff. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Herbert leading the way. Alton all over the back of him into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Alton looking down low. Can he get the run? He can't as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I'm kind of curious. So it looks like Caleb Durgan's up to 10th. E-Bill's still back in that number 13 spot. So is Cudney. So not good for those guys as we move back up to the front. Drew Alton all over the back of that number 611. Amazing. That's awesome. I bet you're excited. Bet you're excited to get back on the real life track as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It's going to be through 3 and 4. They're going to get 15 laps to go. Does Drew Alton? Oh, I don't know if there was contact there, but Herbert was way sideways into turn number 1 and 2. There's the driver. Yeah. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Out front, it's going to be Herbert leading the way. Look at this. Roundtree creeping his way in. He was the quickest in the quick time as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Alton's going to grab the wall, looks to the high side of Herbert. Can't quite put it there. Down the front straightaway. This battle is definitely brewing to be something big as they head through 1 and 2. Alton is not fading as they come down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. I'll tell you what, Alton is wearing out that wall. If there's a way to make this track wider, Drew Alton is going to figure it out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. You know, Peyton has been the beneficiary of some wins in that number 14T from contact up at the front. Could he be the beneficiary of some contact between the top two? It is definitely very likely. Also, Roundtree could be in the catbird seat as they head into 3 and 4 as Peyton's going to get in the back of Alton. Alton might have used up those tires a little bit. Looks like that pressure is starting to not be as much on the 611 and the 14, putting the pressure on the 100 as they come down the back straightaway. Nose to tail into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 9 laps to go. What a race here up at the front. Down into turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Alton peeking down low. Can't do anything with it. Right now it is follow the leader through turn number 3 and 4. Bide your time. Find your spot as they head into 1 and 2. You got to wonder if Alton feels like he can pass him somewhere, just trying to hold those cards and not show them too soon as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Makes it a lot harder when you got Peyton and Roundtree right there in the mix as they head into turn number 1 and 2. 7 laps to go as they come down the back straightaway. Drew Alton putting the pressure on the 611. Through turn number 3 and 4, Herbert leads the way. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Almost contact between the front 3 as they head into 1 and 2. Every single one of them going a different speed. Peyton almost ran into Alton, almost into Herbert as they come out of turn number 4. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Give and take is starting to go out the window. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Drew Alton in 100. He's ran a phenomenal race here tonight. Out of turn number 4. Can he keep it clean? Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Nose to tail looking for some traction. Lots of rubber down on the track as they head through turn number 3 and 4, as Herbert going to try to pull away out of turn 4. 3 laps to go. Here comes Drew Alton in the number 100. Will we see the bumper used down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4? They're going to get 2 to go at the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go, down into 1 and 2. Here comes Drew Alton. He's going to come up, almost gives Herbert the door. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Drew Alton, he's going to go to the high side, up to the high side of Herbert. Herbert's going to try to put the block. He pitches it down the back straightaway, through 3 and 4. Alton all over the back of him. Out of turn 4, Alton low, Herbert high. Out of 4, it's going to be Herbert. Alton, Talbot, your top 3, Roundtree, Hanger, rounding out the top 5. What's up, Hank? All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We got super late models next. We are not going to go anywhere. We're going to see if we can get these top 3 in for an interview. I think we'll get 2 of them. We'll see if they jump in, and we're going to go through the results and take a look and see if they are out there. What a race. Yeah, what a, yeah. He pinched down. He knew Alton had that run. That was a great race. Yeah, great race. All right, it's going to be Herbert with the win. Drew Alton in second. Peyton Talbot in third. Going to be Roundtree in that number 4 spot. Will Hanger in 5th. Nick Brundage in 6th. Going to be Breeley in that number 7 spot. Boniface in 8th. Nicholas Ham in 9th. Going to be Caleb Durgan in 10th. Hunter Hollebeck 11th. Cudney 12th. Swank in 13th. Bill in 14th. Brennan 15th. Mason 16th. Barnhart 17th. And Tyler Reed rounding out the... Yeah, definitely. That was some great racing. That was a good run. All right, hold on. We're going to... I think that Alton was just up there with these guys, so we're going to back it up a little bit. Nope. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pause it right there. We're going to go ahead and hopefully not get any of the mic stuff, and we're going to pull in our whichever drivers are in the Discord, if any, and then we're going to get ready for some super late models at Huset's. That's going to be interesting. I will say that. All right. Anybody in Discord? Drew Alton, where are you? Drew Alton. There you are. We'll see if Herbert jumps in here too. We got Drew Alton up here. Drew Alton. What a race here tonight, man. I was giving you shit, of course, on the stream early on, and man, you ran a great race, clean race. Didn't dump Herbert, didn't really, just little taps. Man, what a race up at the front. Just couldn't find your way around. Looked like he put a little block on you out of 2 there. You might have had the run.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. You know, we moved our way up there pretty quick. I just had really good forward bite and side bite through the through the slick, and I could move around more than anyone else. And when after the thing with Ethan and Durgan happened, I knew I couldn't do anything dumb, so just kind of I played it smart. Then when those 2 made contact, I got by, got into second, and then I was really patient for a while. Like just I didn't even probably hit 3/4 throttle that race, but then when the winding laps down, probably with 20 to go, Herbert was running the top in 1 and 2, and he seen my nose, and he immediately went to my line, and he mirror drove me for the last 20 laps. But hey, iRacing gives it to us. It sucks. It sucks for that. I would have loved to get my first opener win, especially here. I really like this place, and I know my team owner deserves a little bit better finish than that, even though it's a P2. But we'll take it. It was still a pretty good race. It was pretty one lane. I feel like that's how this racetrack's going to be this season. But it is what it is, and we'll just move forward.
You know, I'll tell you what, you were sitting there putting the pressure on Herbert, and then you started to get back in line, bide your time, and Peyton started putting the pressure on you. How nervous did that make you, and make you question what kind of move you might want to make, or when you want to make that move?
You know, I had to hear him. Like I knew I could hear him, and he was running the same line as me in 3 and 4, but he kept poking his nose down in 1 and 2, and I could hear him. I could hear him. I could see him. I could see his right front a little bit, but I knew I'd have the exit grip off, and I wasn't gonna dump anyone for the win. I think that's wrong. that's not how I want to race. That's not how I want to win my first opener. An opener would mean a lot to me, but it doesn't mean that much where I should wreck someone else's race, especially if they're the leader. But
Yeah.
congrats to Peyton on third. He ran me really clean, actually really clean, and was really patient with the whole situation up front. And yeah, it was a pretty good race.
Good run. Any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, and I think I gotta thank my dad and Aaron. I, I wouldn't I wouldn't be on the sim without him. I got to thank Randy Johnson Motorsports for the awesome sets. We obviously had the most dominating setup right there, without a doubt. Um, I got to thank Hawk Performance Specialties, Tri-City Contractors, both signs of graphics, Big Tim Race Wraps, all my IRL sponsors. Again, BSG for my IRL wraps. My dad, Aaron, they all do so much for me, and Buckshot Helmets for keeping me looking good IRL, and yeah, everyone, including Randy.
Well, Drew Alton, great race here tonight, and good second place. And yeah, I'm sure Logan appreciates how you raced him too.
Thank you.
Logan, phenomenal race here tonight, but definitely some pressure from behind. Man, Public Enemy, I think, has the least amount of drama out there right now.
Yeah, it just, when you have the speed, you don't really have to worry about using anyone up or anything. You just go out there and cruise around and drive to the front. So, not much drama for us.
Good run out here tonight. You took the lead away from Mason. Having that outside had a great start. That had to be key here tonight. I know Drew was putting some pressure on you, Ethan Bill at one point, and you just had to hold on there. I mean, you had some good drivers on your tail. I mean, Drew Alton really putting some pressure on them there. You had to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, for sure. Drew's gotten a lot better here recently. I had Ethan there at the start. I was wondering what air pressures everyone was on, and whether I'd have to save at the start or push harder or what. But Ethan was challenging me there at the start and kind of made me push a little bit. Then once they wrecked, it was Drew on my back bumper the entire time, and I just kind of ran the same line and didn't really let Drew build up the momentum to get around me.
You've had some serious momentum. It seems like when you get a good start and things are quiet over there, you seem to really get those results and getting another victory here tonight. I mean, how nice is it to come out and have a clear head knowing that, hey, I'm not in a lot of the drama right now. I could just go out there and race and know somebody like Drew's going to race you as clean as they did it then there.
Yeah, it's awesome. You don't really have to worry about who's behind you. You just focus on hitting your marks every time and just getting around the track as fast as you can.
Well, great run out here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, everyone at Public Enemy, RMR Driving Academy, Nick Brundage, Sean, Joe Venditti, Mason. There's a ton of people, but we'll just leave it at that.
Nicholas Ham says, I can't believe rookie sportsman driver Caleb Durgan gave me shit in that race.
I mean, hey,
I'm just reading the comments.
I mean, from what I've heard, they're about the same skill, so I'll just leave it
Oof. There. Oh, we got beef. No, good run here tonight, guys. That was a fun one to watch. What's that?
Yep, thank you, James.
Did you say everybody just got beat by a go-kart driver, Drew? Well, everyone from third on back.
I said that was just the kick in the nuts. I can't talk because I do race a go-kart, but still racing, I guess.
No, it's still racing. I don't care what you race. I think racing is just as fun regardless of how fast the car is. You can legit
drive a shopping cart and you can count it as racing if you want.
All right, guys. Good run here tonight. Good show.
All right, thank you.
No problem. All right, good run for these guys, Drew Alton and Logan Herbert. We didn't get Peyton up in here, but not a big surprise. We're going to jump over to the super race. Let's go ahead and see what we got over there. They will be loading up into theirs here. We are not taking a break here tonight, guys. Oh, they are at Huset, and we're going to go find somebody to piggyback off. I think Blake Majulis is probably going to be top split. And we're going to go ahead and put this up. We are not going anywhere, guys. We are just going to go ahead and jump into the next server. What a race. What a freaking race, guys. What did you guys think of that one? This one might be interesting. This is a tight track with a big wide car. Super late models at Huset's. Oh, boy. I don't know what to expect here, but we are about to find out. Let's see. And then we'll find something to fill in the middle here.
On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt.
Sorry, just typing in my SDK to make sure that's right for the next track. All right. Oh, I guess I hit the wrong button. All right, getting up into the session. What's up, Kyle? Yo, what's up, Ford? All right, jumping into the session. It is just about there. Looks like we have a 6429 SOF here tonight, and it definitely looks like we are sending a few people home. Definitely a few more drivers than there was in the last one. All right, let's see. What do we got out here? Looks like we have 22 drivers, maybe? 23 drivers setting up for 18 spots. It has been a while. It definitely has been a while. I'm live every week. Well, every week but week 13. I don't always go live on week 13. All right. Looks like Tanner Tomasi out there on the track, too. Blake Majula is currently at the top of the charts. Waiting for Trading Paints to go ahead and update and put his right paint on. Honeycutt out there. Hayden Tolson's out there. Riley Knoll. Tyson Banks. Matt Sanders. Tomasi's out there. Tyler Orr. Scott. I don't know who the hell Scott is. Merrick? Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till we get on the track here in New York. Evan C. is 10th quickest. He is struggling a little bit out here in the number 13 or 33. So it is going to be interesting to see how these guys play out as we get into qualifying here pretty soon. Oh, they aren't coming through, huh? That is weird. Sebastian, thank you for the follow, by the way. Lee, thank you for the follow. Got a couple follows out here. Graham, thank you for the share. Brian, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys out there. September will be my first time ever watching the 200. Oh, yeah. That's wild. That's wild. Appreciate you guys as we are getting ready for qualifying in about 8 seconds as these guys come across the line. Blake Majula is still at the top of the charts. They didn't get the pre-gen like the big blocks did. Where's your webcam? You don't need to see me. I'm broadcasting. All right, that is going to be the end of practice. We're going to get into qualifying here tonight. Who is going to be the first one to jump out on the track? I don't know. I just don't feel the urge. I mean, if I was racing, I would feel a little differently about it, but not broadcasting. It takes away from the action. You don't need to see my ugly mug up there. All right, it looks like Dylan Yeager going to be the first one to jump out on the track in the number 48 machine. Let's see what he is able to do here tonight. Camera angles are a little wonky here, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to use as Yeager is going to bang the wall there to start lap number 1. Let's see what he is able to do with that number 48 machine. I need to go ahead and put that up as best time as he comes out of turn number 4. He's going to set the bar early on with a 12.439. I've been thinking about doing iRacing. Okay, yeah, it's definitely fun. I mean, it's not going to probably help Let's see. Did he pick it up? He did not pick it up. It's probably not going to help you with the feel, Curtis Griffin out on the track, but it will help with the racecraft and keep him fresh. Oh, these guys all have they have a sim setup. They have a wheel and pedals and all that. I mean, every once in a while we get a guy on a keyboard. I have never seen anybody racing on a mouse and keyboard, but I have heard stories as Griffin's going to go second quick on the board with a 12.615. Evan C. out on the track right now in the number 33 machine. Remember, he was struggling in qualifying. Blake Majulis is out there too. He's going to bail on his first lap. Let's see if Evan C. rolls with lap number 1 in that number 33. It's definitely fun. It's definitely interesting. As Evan C. going to come across the line, he's going to go second quick with a 12.492. Now down to third as Scott. I've never seen Scott out there with a 12.468 into the number 2 spot. Tomasi is going to be 6th. Blake Majulis is going to come out of turn number 4, looking to take the checkered flag. He was quickest in practice as he comes across the line. He's going to go 6th quick with a 12.536. Make it 7th as Riley Knoll jumps up to the number 5 spot with a 5.23. Man, these lap times are close up on the board. Do we have anybody else out there? Got Jesse Main. He's going to jump up to the number 7 spot. Caden Honeycutt out there. Let's go see what Honeycutt's doing in that number 10 machine. Yeah, set it up. Make sure you get with a good group and don't feed into the toxic. That's going to be the key. As Honeycutt's going to complete his first lap, he's going to go 3rd quick with a 12.490. Hayden Tolson out there. He might be one to watch with a quick time as Honeycutt's going to come across the line. Here comes Tolson to complete lap number 1. Where's he going to put that? Number 327. I guess that's the start of lap number 1 for him. He must have thrown away his first one, and he runs out of time. He's going to be starting in the back of the pack. It is totally different than real life racing, though. I will tell you that. I mean, you still got to have racecraft. The setups are wonky. It is a little weird, but it is a video game ultimately. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it's going to be the number 48 of Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Caden Honeycutt. Starting in that number 3 spot on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be Pasta Joey Lingron. Outside of him in the number 747, I think it is, it's going to be Tyson Banks. Starting inside row number 5 in the 127, it's going to be Blake Majulis. Outside of him in the 09, it's going to be Tanner Tomasi. Starting inside row number 4 in that number 25 machine, it's going to be Kyle Carter. Outside of him in the number 22, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Then starting inside row number 5 here tonight in the number 1 machine, it's going to be Chase Copeland. Outside of him in the number 18, it's going to be Dalen Cunningham. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it's going to be Brady Thompson Hayden Tolson starting in 11th. Brady Thompson in 12th. That's going to be your field here tonight as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for one to go this time by. Oh, yeah, it's Monday. Go Honeycutt. Yeah. All right, so.
What are we doing?
This is going to be a tight track. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here tonight. It is going to be super narrow here.
Just stay the fuck away from me, please.
As we figure out what.
I'm so sorry.
Brady Thompson having issues at the back of the pack.
Like a bunch of puzzle pieces out here.
As we are looking for the green flag this time by Yeager. Leads him down the back straightaway. Honeycutt to his outside. It is going to be side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for that green flag. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Yeager on the gas. Honeycutt going to slide into second and Lingron in third. They're trying to go single file as quick as possible up at the front as here comes Blake Majulis to the bottom side. Blake going to dig the bottom. Honeycutt down low trying to get the spot on Yeager down the back front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to bang the boards up in 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. It's going to be Yeager into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Pasta down low on the number 10 machine. They're going to bang the wall out of turn 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, I got it backwards. I'm backwards on the track. Into 1 and 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Now it's going to be Yeager leading the way. Yeager going to lead the way. Battle's going to be for that number 3 spot as Tyson Banks has it. Majulis wants it. Oh, man. Lingron has fallen all the way back in that number 1. Trouble for the number 1 as we move back up to the front. Banks in that 747 battling on the high side of Majulis. Majulis going to go back to the bottom side. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Battle for that number 2 spot. Yeah, Tolson's got some work to do. He is he up to a transfer spot? He is up to the 8th spot. He needs one more spot to transfer in as we go back to the battle for that number 3 spot. Majulis going to slide through turn number 3 and 4. Almost makes contact with Banks down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Banks has that high side rolling down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Watch for that bottom side to come in later on tonight, but be careful of that berm. We might see some contact if somebody gets hung up on the berm, bounces up the track as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Most of the field now single file through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Yeager, Honeycutt, Banks, Majulis, Tomasi, Carter, Copeland going to the feature here tonight. Tomasi, Thompson, Griffin, Cunningham, and Lingron going to the Consi. Carter, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Just Preston, thank you for the share. We got a couple shares. Alec, thank you for the share. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate those. As we get ready for heat race number 2. Is it Merrick? Is that how I say that? Scott Merrick. I have no clue who that is. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. It's going to be the number. What number is he? Is that a 3 or a 2? The number 310 of Scott Marek. Starting in second on the outside of row number 1, it's going to be the number 33 of Evan C. Inside row number 2 here tonight in that number. What number is he in tonight? In the number 22 machine is going to be Riley Knoll. Outside of him in the 201, it's going to be Jesse Main. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 31 machine, it's going to be Robbie Buchanan. Outside of him in the number 49, it's going to be Diesel Jones. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Matt Sanders. Outside of him in the 202, it's going to be Breely Putnam. Then it's going to be Brandon, Mason, and Tyler Orr rounding out the field. Did Riley have an issue? Riley had an issue already. What happened here? That is weird. I don't know what happened to Riley as they come across the line, getting one to go. What's up, Mark? Appreciate it. It's William. What happened to Riley? No clue what happened to Riley. We'll have to go take a look at that one. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag's out as it's going to be Scott out front all by himself as they head into 1 and 2. Evan C slides into second. Buchanan in that number 3 spot. They're going to go single file for the top 3 through turn number 3 and 4 as it looks like Evan C was looking for the lead out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to go back to the nose to tail as look at this. Matt Sanders on the bottom side. Up underneath Diesel Jones through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Matt Sanders going to roll that bottom side in the number 2. Diesel Jones into the wall. Sanders up the track. He's going to take the number 4 spot, but here comes Jones back on the bottom. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact between these guys as the battle for second starting to heat up as Buchanan was all over the back of the number 33 of Evan C as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, that's possible. Down the front straightaway, back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Slide job by Buchanan. Cut down by Evan C. Buchanan parked it on his nose, but Evan C gets back up underneath him. Slides up that track. Buchanan back to the bottom. Out of turn number 2. Great battle for second. Buchanan going to ship it into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Evan C back to the bottom side. Back and forth down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Evan C going to slide up that track. Buchanan back with the cut down. Trading slide jobs into turn number 3 and 4. Buchanan going to take the spot out of turn number 4. Evan C going to dig back down low into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to slide up the track. Not there. He's got to back out of it. Buchanan going to hang in the gas down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to pitch C down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Buchanan going to take that number 2 spot. Evan C gives it to him. It's going to be Scott, Robbie, Buchanan, Evan C, Sanders, Putnam, Orr, Maine going to the feature. Scats, Jones, Mason, and Knoll going to the Consi. All right, we're going to get ready for heat race number, or LCQ here. Number 1, the only one, is we're going to get ready for this one. Top 4 going to transfer, 5 going home here tonight. Man, you don't want to be one of those 5. Starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be the 327 of Hayden Tolson. Outside of him in the number 34 machine, it's going to be Brandon Schatz. Rounding in the number 3 spot, starting inside row number 2, it's going to be the 27 of Brady Thompson. Outside of him in the number 49, it's going to be Diesel Jones. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 22 machine, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Outside of him in the number... What number is that? In the number 58, it's going to be Mason. Starting inside row number 4, it's going to be Dalen Cunningham. Outside of him, it's going to be the number 22 of Riley Knoll. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 1 machine, it's going to be Joey Pasta Lingron. He's going to need the field to boil a little bit here in order to slither his way up to the field, as he has got a lot of cars up in front of him. He needs to gain himself some spots, get 5 spots up into the number 4 position to transfer through. Can he do it? This track is narrow. It's going to be hard to pass as they head into turn number 1 and 2. We are looking for the green flag this time by. Go 327, says user 634-2377928817. Alec, thank you for the share. Rio's Racing, thank you for the follow as we look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Tolson going to take the lead down into 1 and 2. They're going to be side by side into turn number down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Thompson trying to hold that bottom side, but Braden's going to take it out of turn number 4. Right now, Curtis Griffin in that final transfer spot. The dust is looking a little bit like smoke tonight as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes the 18 looking to the high side as Griffin tries to hold on to that final transfer spot. We're going to keep an eye on this battle. This is going to be the most important battle on the track for that number 4 spot, as it looks like Griffin's going to use his nose a little bit, gets up underneath Thompson. He wants some breathing room as they come out of turn number 4. A little bit of contact between Griffin and Thompson into 1 and 2. Big door for Griffin into Thompson out of turn number 2. Thompson up the track. He's going to fall into number 4 spot. Griffin jumps the berm. Here comes Pasta down low. Everything is possible when he's in the on the track as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Give Joey Linger on that number 4 spot. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 5 laps complete. 5 laps to go as they come across the line. Pasta, the last car in as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Pasta trying to get himself a little breathing room as it looks like Diesel Jones going to take that first person going home spot as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, trying to gain in on those top 4. Out of turn number 2, looks like they might be losing ground, but here comes Pasta and Thompson going to bat out of turn 4. They touch down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Trying to keep it straight. They both push. That's going to allow those guys to catch them from behind. Looks like Diesel Jones and Mason are done. At least Diesel Jones as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. This is the battle for that number 4 spot. If these guys make contact, they could knock themselves out through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be white flag, 1 lap to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Tolson leading the way. He's clearly got the lead. 1 second out in front. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Give the win to Tolson. Brandon in second. Who's going to get third? Slide job from Lingron. He takes the number 3 spot. Thompson. And fourth looks like Cunningham, Griffin, Mason, Jones, and Knoll are going home here tonight. Well, that got interesting. How about Joey Lingron taking it 4 or 3 wide at Huset's for the transfer spot. What a move by the number 1 to get himself transferred in as we get ready for tonight's main event. All right, we are going to get them stacked up here tonight as they get on the line. Tonight's starting lineup. Let's go and get ready for some racing here tonight. Starting on the pole tonight in the number 48 machine, it's going to be Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 310, it's going to be Scott Merrick. Starting in that number 3 spot on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be the number 10 of Caden Honeycutt. Outside of him in the number 31 machine, it's going to be Robbie Buchanan. Starting inside row number 3 in the 747, it's going to be Tyson Banks. Outside of him in the number 33 machine, it's going to be Evan C. Starting inside row number 4 in the 127 machine, it's going to be Blake Majulis. Outside of him in the number 2, it's going to be Matt Sanders. Starting inside row number 5 here tonight in that number 09 machine, it's going to be Tanner Tomasi. Outside of him in the number, was it the 58? It's going to be Braley Putnam. Starting inside row number 6 here tonight, it's going to be Kyle Carter. Outside him in the number 3, it's going to be Tyler Orr. Orr's been quiet tonight. Starting inside row number 7,
That's the whole reason
it's going to be Chase Copeland. Outside of him in the 201, it's going to be Jesse Maines. Starting inside row number 8 here tonight, it's going to be the 327 of Hayden Tolson. Outside of him, it's going to be Brandon Shaft. Then rounding out the field here tonight in that number 9 row, it's going to be Joey Lingron and Brady Thompson. As we head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Who's it going to be here tonight? Green flag is out. Yeah, that was great racing, Nick. You are not lying as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Dylan leading the way. Scott in second. Honeycutt breaks away for third as it is going to be side by side for fourth on back as they come out of turn number 4. 3 wide for a second as they head into 1 and 2. Such a narrow track for 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. These cars are going to beat and bang a little bit. These guys have to be considerate of where they're racing at as Buchanan gets sideways out of turn number 4 but takes that number 4 spot back. Banks going to fall back into the number 5 position. Evan C. Oh, contact as Evan C. gets into Banks. Banks up the track. They almost took it 4 wide. They're 3 wide down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Majulis going to take advantage in the 127. They're going to fight back 3 wide down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. C sideways as they come out of turn number 4. How about Banks holding strong? He's going to keep the spot at the line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Banks putting it up on the board. Absolutely hanging it out there down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to keep that number 5 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Move Blake Majulis into 6. Evan C. back to 7th. Banks going to make a mistake there. Gets up into the wall. That's going to allow Majulis to take the number 5 spot. They're 3 wide. No, make it 2 wide. As Banks tries to hold on up high, they're 3 wide behind him into turn number 1 and 2. This is crazy as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Somehow they are surviving. This is great racing on the track as they come out of turn number 4. Tyson Banks holding on to the high side as him and C make contact at the line that time by. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Top 2 trying to drive away from this one. Top 3 really as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straight is chaos back here in the pack. You can hear they have slowed it down and backed it down a little bit. As this track is getting slick, starting to slow down, they are having to feather that throttle a little more as the top 3 parade themselves away from the field. Buchanan kind of in a comfortable spot. Nobody really in front of him. Nobody behind him as they come out of turn number 4. He's probably in a real good spot to save tires right now. If we get a late race start, watch the 31 if he is saving. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looks like Tyson Banks going to hold on to that number 5 spot for now. But Evan C. is down low fighting hard. He's going to get at the line that time by. So Majulis running the bottom in turn number 1 and 2, top of 3 and 4, kind of putting both those lanes at bay as he is holding on to the number 4 spot or 5 spot as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Evans C starting to get that bottom side to dig. I said that bottom side will come in. It is starting to come in now a little bit. As you can see, C starting to make some progress. Gets around Tyson Banks. Banks now back to the number 7 spot. Back up to the front. Looks like Scott putting the pressure on Yeager as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. They're going to go slide job turn number 1 and 2. Slide job middle. Not really. That's an interesting lane. They're just kind of rolling through the slick. I wonder what that's doing to their tires as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 15 laps complete. Lingron with issues. Will it bring out the caution flag? He's going to pull off the track to keep the caution from coming out. So good sportsmanship out of the number 1 of Joey Lingron as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Yeager going to continue to lead. Yellow flag does come out. So Lingron had issues, but the caution flag is going to probably be Matt Sanders here. It looks like Hayden Tolson going to push him up in the wall, breaks off that right front. Big damage for Matt Sanders. Hayden Tolson came up a little too high, absolutely demolished that number 2 machine. That is unfortunate for him. Let's see what happened to Lingron. Lingron trying. Oh, he's going to grab the wall. Does he have help getting into the wall? That's going to be the question. No, it looks like he just broke it. Yeah, he had broke it. That thing was not turning.
Probably too much.
And I'm curious. No, he is definitely a lap down. He did end up going a lap down. I was wondering if that saved him as they are stacked up 2 by 2. Let's see if we get that one to go here pretty quick.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Let's see if we get the one to go next time by as they are stacked up 2 by 2 through the field, ready to go now as they come out of turn number 2. I'll tell you what, we've had some good racing here tonight. We still got the UMPs later and whatever I figure out to fill in between.
Goes here. This is terrible.
As Yeager leads the field here tonight in the number 48.
My Logitech is going nuts.
All right, I forgot I had the chat going across. Joel, thank you for the follow. Chris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. As we got them stacked up looking for the green flag this time by 2 by 2 all the way through the field. Pace truck is in. Yeager going to bring him to the green flag. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be Yeager leading the way. Battle's going to be for the number 2 spot. It's going to be the number 10 of Honeycutt. Down low, Scott up high. Drag race out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Yeager's got to be loving what's happening behind him. That should allow him to pull away as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Still side by side for that number 2 spot. Looks like Scott's going to come out with it as Honeycutt falls back in line. So Yeager not able to take a big advantage of that as he is not able to pull too far away from the field. Only 4/10 of a second as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Back in the back end is going to be side by side between Buchanan and Midjulis into turn number 3 and 4. Buchanan going to hang it strong on the high side. He's going to keep the spot at the line, but Midjulis rolling the bottom as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, he makes contact with his teammate. Evans C out of turn number 2. So contact between teammates as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Majulis has to get in line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, battle for third on back. Battle for second as it looked like Honeycutt just got in the back of Scott as he is really trying to dig in on that 310. Yeager starting to pull away from these guys. That might be some of the urgency out of that number 10 machine as he is all over the back of Scott through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be back to, oh, no. Honeycutt got to keep it low as they head through 1 and 2. Not able to keep the momentum. Has to slide up down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Buchanan has finally cleared Majulis. Go here. What's up, Rich? What's up, buddy? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Honeycutt down low, out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be nose to tail right now. Honeycutt trying to find a way around the 310. It looks like they are starting to reel back in Yeager as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Can they reel the number 48 in? Go Dylan, yeah. Dylan's rolling, I'll tell you what. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, Yeager continue to hold on as 27 laps complete. We got 23 to go as it is getting crazy back here for 4th on back. We're going to jump back to this battle for now. We'll keep an eye on that as Buchanan trying to hold on for his life as Majulis and Siege close the gap through turn number 3 and 4. Caution flag comes out. Caution, caution, caution. Rich, I'm going to have to talk to you here soon about scrap prices because I'm going to have a car to scrap here soon. All right, we got Go Tyson's out there by Nevin. What's up, Nevin? Let's see what happens here. Oh, he got the wall. There was nothing Jesse could do. He got the wall, came down. They made contact. And Breely is going to pay the price for that one. As these guys stack them up again, 2 by 2, we're going to look for some more green flag action. It is going to be... Why are you typing? Who's typing? I'm not typing. All right, we are looking for the green flag this time by, I think, as we are going to jump up on the blip. I think this will be a cool view for the start. Oh, I'm not typing. Yeah, it might just be in there. I don't know. No, I believe it. Comments. Yeah, I don't know. I might have my clicker in there on that page. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Going to be Yeager and Scott on that front row. Who's it going to be? Green flag is out. Green flag's out as Yeager gets on the gas down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for second. Honeycutt trying to take advantage of those cooler tires on the bottom. Not able to do so. He's going to fall in line as they head through 3 and 4. Might be a smart move here. Get the 3 to pull away down the front straightaway as those guys definitely battling hard behind him. Buchanan going to jump up to the high side. He's going to run the rim out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Honeycutt down to the bottom side. Up underneath Scott. They make a little contact out of turn 4. Scott tries to pitch him. Honeycutt going to push him up the track as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way. Caden in second. Oh, that might be why. When people are typing, it sends a message. It automatically sends from other platforms. That's why you're seeing it probably. Down the back front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Still side by side for that number 2 spot. Scott and Honeycutt really leaning on each other as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Honeycutt going to take the spot that time by. Honeycutt up to the number 2 spot. Scott's going to try to look up underneath as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. He's going to blink out a little bit there as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Little bit of contact to the back of Honeycutt. Honeycutt going to keep it straight out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Yes, I am on Twitch. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be single file 4 now as Scott puts the pressure on Honeycutt. Where's our next battle? Tyler Orr and Buchanan, as it looks like Majulis has finally got the number 4's position. He's moving his way forward as Evan C. can't seem to make his way up through the field. Oh, I'm sure it's way better. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way. We're watching the battle back here for that number 6 spot as it is absolute chaos as they come out of turn number 4. Big hit, Buchanan in the wall. Gets down into Evan C. Let's go check on this. Still single file up at the front. We're going to go back to this battle as Tyler Orr tries to hold on to that number 5 spot as Evan C. trying to make his way around Buchanan. Buchanan going to blink out down the front straightaway. Did he get DQ'd? Oh, what happened to Buchanan? Buchanan might have got DQ'd. Let's take a look. What happened to Buchanan? Breely got DQ'd. Buchanan having issues. He is now off the track as we head down out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. We got a battle for the lead as Honeycutt down low on Yeager. It's dark. That's weird. Anybody else having a dark issue? TikTok's been doing that a lot. down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager leads the way. Honeycutt in second. Scott in third. Honeycutt trying to look up underneath Yeager. This battle for the lead starting to heat up as they're going to get 8 to go at the line. Oh, we got issues in the back. No caution flag as this battle continues to rage on. Here comes Honeycutt down low. Yeager up high. Out of turn number 4. One person here does not want to see a yellow flag. It's going to be the number 10 of Hayden Honeycutt as he puts big pressure on Yeager. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Yeah, TikTok does that sometimes. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Honeycutt to the point, but Yeager's going to get it back at the line as he slides into turn number 1 and 2. Refresh the app, go out and come back in. It should be fine. I had it doing it to another friend's stream the other day. Going to be side by side out of turn number 2 as Honeycutt has taken the lead. Yeager now back to second. Scott in third. As I don't know why that just did what it did, but we're going to go ahead. L for TikTok for sure. It does that sometimes as Yeager going to bang the wall trying to close in on Honeycutt. Majulis back here in the 127. He's getting pressure from Tyler Orr as I'll tell you what, Majulis and C are not having the race they wanted as here comes Tyler Orr back down low. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Orr down low. He's going to think about shipping into turn number 3 and 4. Can't quite do it as Honeycutt continues to lead. We're going to keep an eye on this battle down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. This is a good battle right here for that number 4 spot. Majulis has it. Tyler Orr wants it as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. No pressure for Honeycutt. We're going to stay on this battle as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway one last time into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Give the win to Honeycutt. Yeager second. Scott in third. Majulis fourth. Tyler Orr is fifth. Evan C. Tolson, Copeland, Banks, Maine are your top 10. Gave it away. That was a great race, though. That was a great race with those guys. Let's go ahead. It was a great race overall. As we are going to go ahead and pull up the results. We are not done yet, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go find a race to watch to kill some time in between now and the 9:45 UMP race. So we got plenty more racing action to come here tonight, as it's going to be probably another hour, as it's going to be Caden Honeycutt with the win. Yeager second. Scott in third. Going to be Blake Majulis in that number 4 spot. Tyler Orr in 5th. Evan C. is going to be in 6th. Hayden Tolson in 7th. Chase Copeland in 8th. Tyson Banks in that number 9 spot. Jesse Main in 10th. Brandon in 11th. Going to be Kyle Carter in that number 12 spot. Tomasi in 13th. Buchanan in 14th. Going to be Brady Thompson in the number 15 position. Breeley in 16th. Lingron 17th. And Matt Sanders in that number 18 position. Yeah, it was hard. That was a tough battle. Honeycutt played it perfect. And Yeager might have made a little bit of a mistake, but good racing. Great racing overall. We're going to go ahead and take a look. All right, guys, I'm going to give you some choices for the next race in between. I might have to do something. Oh, no. Yep. Hold on. I might be done for the night. We'll find out here in a second, guys. I'm having a little technical issue. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be back.
clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Got mud in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe, running that wall, we're hitting the brakes. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the ground, there's no quit. We live for the thrill, speed's our desire. When we hit the track, we're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our anthem, this is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Feel the thunder roll, the clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back.
It is a AI generated song.
Mud in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe, running that wall, we're hitting the brakes. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the ground, there's no quit. We live for the thrill, speed's our desire. When we hit the track, we're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our anthem, this is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. thunder roll, the clay's flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like.
All right, guys, I'm trying to figure out a technical issue. I will be back here shortly. I'm not going to close the stream out. Please be patient.
Trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Now mud in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the crowd. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire when we hit the track. We're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Feel the thunder roll, the clay's flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Down by grease and grit, building dreams from the crowd. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire when we hit the track. We're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Got blood in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe, running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Steel, we're tough as nails.
All right, I'm getting shit figured out. We are getting ready to get into tonight's racing. Sorry about that delay, guys.
In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the crowd. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire when we hit the track. We're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us.
All right, I guess we're not getting anything in between because I definitely blew that one.
Breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back.
Oh, come on. Let me log back in.
This is our anthem, this is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered.
All right, everybody, getting ready for the next one now as we are going to go ahead and get up in there. I'm sorry I missed another race for you guys. We're going to go ahead and jump in the practice for the UMP Modifieds. Looks like we only got a couple of people out there practicing right now. We're going to jump over into this session and just watch these guys for the next 5 minutes and get ready for tonight's main event. UMP Modifieds at Weedsport, my home track. One of my home tracks on here. Look at that. Ethan Irons is in here. They'll do a couple laps. I'm going to grab a water. Stephen Gaines is going to be in this one. Looks like he's jumping into the practice. So we are just jumping into the practice. We will jump into the main event when it gets there. When it goes live here in about 6 or 7 minutes. So we got some UMP Modifieds out here. This would be interesting to see these cars at Weedsport in real life. I bet you they'd race pretty good here. This is just practice as we wait for the event to go ahead. I'm going to grab a water real quick. Give me one. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot here. That definitely happens a lot here. We'll see that. All right, guys, it is going to be an interesting one here tonight. I am very curious to see how this one is going to work it out, as these guys are going to get ready to go into their main session here in about 3 minutes. We'll be able to follow them shortly after. Let's see. We got Dylan Yeager is registered for this one. Looks like Diesel Jones, Donnie Watts. I don't know if Donnie will make our split. Ethan Irons, Justin White. See who else we got. We got Augie's registered. Fletchall is registered. See who else we got. T. Clem is registered. Stephen Gaines is registered. So a couple names that you guys are familiar with and seen plenty here on the channel, all registered for this one. Should be a wild one. Augie, Mike Augustine. I left my water in the freezer too long and it froze. I'm curious how these things are going to be here at Weedsport tonight. Yeah, I left two of them. One of them was very frozen. The other one was not so frozen. It's probably the perfect kind of frozen, but the top was frozen. Yeah, I don't drink. I actually rarely drink soda anymore. Maybe every once in a while, crave that carbonation, but really, I'm all about drinking a lot of water. And we ran out. I had to get some more, and so I put some in the freezer so I didn't have to drink warm water because I do not like warm water. All right, looks like we were about 1 minute or so from getting into the coffee. Coffee is king. I've actually been cutting a lot of that out, mostly just because, I need to work on my summer bod, I mean, I got the dad bod, but I don't want the dad bod. The big gut. All right, looks like Matt Fletchall quickest right now in practice. Ethan Irons currently sitting fifth. We haven't seen Ethan out here very much lately. Good to see him. Looks like Evan C. might be registered for this one. All right. These guys are going to start popping out of here in just a minute. And we will be able to jump into the session. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and see if I can register for a session yet. I got to wait for him to get in it before to let me watch. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. Ethan. Hey, Turtle. Ethan, get off your roof. All right, just waiting for this to switch up on us so I can go ahead and get in this session. I think we're going to have one heck of a field here tonight at Weedsport. I don't know if it's going to fill up or not. I'm not sure how many people registered, but we are going to get one hell of a field here tonight at Weedsport. It is not showing me the rooms yet. There it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and register for that to watch that. We're going to go ahead and switch over to this so that you don't have to look at a blank screen. Blank screen. And we are going to jump into tonight's main event. Our final race here tonight is going to be at Weedsport in the UMP Modifieds. Jumping into that session. Looks like it's a 5,300 SOF. Diesel Jones, Dylan Yeager, Ethan Irons, Evan C., Jacob Black, Joey Lingron, Kane Williams, Kyle Brennan, Kevin Fisher, Matt Fletchall, Augie, Nicholas Eli, Ryan Green, Ryan Gofamis, Stephen Gaines, Trevor Thompson, and T-Clem going to be in this one here tonight. It is pretty close. We might not end up with a LCQ here tonight in the final race. Going to be 30 laps for their finale.
Working all week just to feel this strength. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest.
All right, just about in there.
We're tough as nails, one lap closer, bringing trails for green.
All right, we are in that session. Let me go ahead and pull you out of there. The trading page has to catch up, but that's all right. That is all right, as we are getting ready for 30 laps here tonight for the main event. Looks like the 13. All right, let's see how many we got. Oh, I think only 16 go to the feature, and it looks like we got 17 cars. So we are going to end up with an LCQ. This is going to get interesting. We are sending one person home here tonight. One person going home here tonight. You don't want to be that one guy. Nobody wants to be that one guy. Stephen Gaines looking pretty good in these UMP Modifieds. Let's see if he makes a good showing here tonight in the 07. T-Clem back here in the number 13 spot. I told him to get a podium, get himself an interview. We'll see if he's able to do it tonight in that HC Racing number 97 machine. He's up to 4th quick. Dylan Yeager in the number 48. Grabs the wall. We're going to see a lot of that. We're going to see some people grabbing the outside wall, and almost guarantee it somebody's going to hit that inside wall here tonight. Let's see if everybody is in here. Joey Lingron has not showed up in the server yet. He is the number 1 car. He is going to lose a ton if he does not make it out here tonight. Diesel Jones out there in the number 49 machine. Here comes Evan C. in the number 33 machine. This would be a higher SOF if Evan C. used his main account, but this one's going up too. All right, guys. Getting ready to line them up here tonight as we are closing in on the end of practice, getting ready for qualifying here tonight. Let me know out there in the chat, who's your favorite here in the UMP Modifieds? It should be an interesting one here tonight. Definitely could be wild. We're going to find out here shortly. All right, looks like we got some people back up in the streams across the board. All right. Let's go ahead and pull up our qualifying, put it up to best time. As these guys get ready to go out on the track, who is going to be our pole sitter here tonight? Who's going to be our first one to jump out on the track? There it goes. It clears itself. Let's see who jumps out on the track here first tonight. Who's it going to be? Looks like Ryan Gofamis and Kane Williams going to be the first ones to jump out on the track. We're going to go jump on here with Ryan Gofamis in that number 36 machine as he gets out on the track. Augie going to jump out on the track. Lingron does show up. He's out on the track too. Let's see what Ryan's going to set the bar at here early on tonight as he comes across the line. I guess the start lap number 1. My bad. All right, he is coming down. How did Lingron? I don't know. All right, so Ryan going to come across the line, put that first lap time in for us with a 15.328. So Ryan Gofamis out there first. Ethan Irons is out there. Augie's out there in the number 19 machine as he comes across the line. He's going to go quick time with a 15.279. Dylan Yeager out on the track in the number 48 machine. Oh, he's going to goof up. He's going to grab the wall in turn number 3 and 4. Dylan Yeager getting the wall there in his qualifying attempt. T-Clem out on the trek as he looks like he's about to cross the start-finish line. Oh, he's going to bail out. Yeager is. Here comes T-Clem. He's going to bail out of his lap. Evan C. out there. Coming across the line. He's going to complete his lap. No, he's going to start his lap as Augie currently sits at the top of the charts. Lingron, Gofamus in second. Lingron in third. Kane Williams in fourth. Ethan Irons in fifth. Let's see where Evan C is able to put that number 33 machine as he comes across the line. He's going to go quick time with a 15.202. Dylan Yeager out there in the number 48 machine. Oh, he almost got that inside wall. He's going to come across the line. He had to back out of it. He's going to go second quick with a 277. T-Clem out there. Stephen Gaines is out there. T-Clem going to cross the line. His lap does not count. Stephen Gaines going to go sixth quick. Diesel Jones goes quick time with a 15.200. So Diesel Jones taking the quick time here tonight away from Evan C. here late in qualifying. About 15 seconds left. Looks like T-Clem does not get a lap in. So T-Clem does not get a lap in. We'll see what happens. Mario Kart, thank you for the follow. Ryder, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Big Man Nick, thank you for the follow. Douglas, thank you for the follow. Most Wanted, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Tyler Robinson, man, we've gotten 16 new follows here tonight. And Big Man, thank you for the gifts there. What is that? Let 'em cook. Appreciate that. Appreciate that as we get ready for heat race number 2. Heat race number 1. Wow. Got to do heat race number 1 before we get to 2, right? All right, starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. Let 'em cook, says Ethan Dory. It's going to be the number 49 of Diesel Jones. Outside of him, in the number 48 machine, it's going to be Dylan Yeager. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 36 machine, it's going to be Ryan Gofamus. Outside of him, in the 07, it's going to be Stephen Gaines. Starting inside, row number 3 here tonight, it's going to be Nicholas Eli. Outside of him, in the number 13 machine, it's going to be Levi Fisher. Starting inside, row number... Is he in the 13 also? Oh, he's got a number. I think he might be the 113. Inside, row number 4 here tonight, in the number... I think that's the 113. It's going to be Jacob Black. Outside of him, in the number 36, it's going to be Mike Fletchall. Then rounding out the field here tonight in heat race number 1, it's going to be Tyler Clement. 8 laps here in heat race number 1. Top 6 going to transfer. Everybody else to the LCQ. We are sending one person home here tonight, guys. This could get interesting. Levi's cool. I don't know Levi, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. All right, so a little bit of work to do from a couple of these guys. Nicholas Eli finally grids up. He is in the number 15 machine. I wasn't sure what number he was. As they're going to start rolling. Going to be 2 pace laps here. 8 laps for tonight's heat race number 1. Top 6 going to transfer into tonight's feature. We are sending one person home here tonight. Dylan Yeager and Diesel Jones going to lead the way down out of turn number 2. All right, guys. If you're out there in the chat, let me know who you're going to root for here tonight. We got quite a few people out there. Let me know in the chat, who are you rooting for here in heat race number 1? If you don't have a favorite, pick one. There's a bunch of good ones out there. I don't know if there's a bad choice as they come out of turn number 4, getting 1 to go this time by. Tim, thank you for the follow over on Facebook. Appreciate that. Guys, make sure you're getting those likes, shares, and follows in. It does help people find the stream. You're going for Levi or Eli or Nicholas Eli. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Green flag is out as they come on to turn number 4. Diesel Jones going to lead the way. Dylan Yeager in second as Steven Gaines and Gofama's going to battle for the number 3 spot. Gofama's going to get it as here comes Yeager down to the bottom. Yeager going to look for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to roll that bottom out of turn 4. Flirts with that inside wall. It's going to be Yeager, the lead lap number 1. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Yeager leads the way. Jones in second. Out of turn 4. Oh, we got one pushing. Ryan Gofama's going to get the outside wall out of turn number 4. Not sure if he broke it, but he pushed hard into the outside wall out of turn number 4. Up front, it's going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way. Diesel Jones in second as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. 3 laps complete. We got 5 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to get awfully close to that inside wall. That inside wall could cause problems there in 1 and 2 and turn number 4 right here. As you can see, Yeager flirting with it as he comes across the line. He is really good at Weedsport. I have never seen him not be fast at Weedsport in any car as he rolls down the back straightaway, pulling a gap on Diesel Jones. Nicholas Eli up 2 spots up into the number 3 position, trying to move forward as they come down the front straightaway. 3 laps to go at the line. 3 laps to go. He is the only one running up top. Everybody else has moved down to the bottom. Let's take a look at these lap times right now. Dylan Yeager is in a class of his own. He's 0.2 of a second faster than the rest of the field. 2 laps to go as we watch this battle for second on back. Looks like Levi is starting to pick up the pace. He's got that bottom side rolling. He is the quickest car, second quickest car on the track outside of our leader, Dylan Yeager. Out front, it is going to be white flag, 1 lap to go. I don't know if anything's going to change, but how about this? T-Club up into a transfer spot. He's up into the number 5 position as here comes Levi looking for third into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race. Out of 4, it's going to be Yeager, Jones, Nicholas Eli, Levi Fisher, T. Clemens, Steven Gaines. Your top 6 going into tonight's feature. Fletcher, Black, and Gofama's going to the Consi. All right, heat race number 1 is in the books. A little bit of drama out on the track, too. As we're going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup here in heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2, it's going to be the number 33 of Evan C. Yeah, it was great racing. Outside of him, in the number 2 spot, it's going to be the number 19 of Mike Augustine. Starting inside row number 2, it's going to be the number 1 of Joey Lingron. Outside of him, in the number 22, it's going to be Kane Williams. Starting inside row number 3, it's going to be the number 15 of Ethan Irons. Outside of him, in the number 4, it's going to be Kyle Brennan. Then rounding out the field here tonight, oh my God. In the number 3 machine, it's going to be Ryan Green. Outside of him, in the number 6, it's going to be Trevor Thompson. 8 cars, 6 going into the feature out of this one here tonight as they head into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get the 1 to go this time by. Who's it going to be here tonight in heat race number 2? Do we have any favorites out there as they come across the line, getting 1 to go this time by? I like this track. I liked it when I raced it. I liked it when I watched it, and I like it on iRacing. This is probably one of my favorite tracks out there as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. We are looking for the green flag. The question is, Yeager putting on a clinic in heat race number 1. Does anybody have anything for him? Could it be the number 33 of Evan C? Maybe Augie in that number 19. We're about to find out if these guys got some speed as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag's out. Great start by Augie on the outside. Evan C going to roll the bottom. Augie going to roll the top out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn number 3. Going to be Evan C clearly in a good spot as Lingron going to roll that bottom. Lingron has some speed in that number 1. Almost clips that inside wall out of turn number 4. Augie holding strong on the outside. Looks like the outside might be starting to come in as they come out of turn number 2. Yeah, Weedsport, when you get a good group, has some great friggin' racing. It's very unique. As they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Oh, C and Lingron get the inside wall. That definitely cost Lingron a little bit more as he's getting pressure from Kane. Kane going to get in the back of him out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Right now it is all Evan C out front. Augie in second. Good battle for the number 3 spot. Maybe not now as Lingron is pulled away as Williams has fallen back into the grass of Brennan. Brennan going to get in the back of him in 1 and 2. That's going to knock Kane up the track. They make more contact out of turn 2. Doors down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Brennan looking for that number 4 spot. He's going to take it out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Kane Williams all over the back of that number 4. Ethan Johnson in that final transfer spot. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Evan C leads the way as he rolls the bottom. We're going to go back up here. Watch this battle for the number 4 spot as Kane Williams looks to find his way back around that number 4 machine. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Ethan Irons has to hold on. He's got pressure coming from behind. Here comes Trevor Thompson up underneath. This is the battle for the final transfer spot at the line. It's going to be Ethan Irons at the line. Thompson digging down low. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Top guys separated. We're going to watch the battle for the final transfer spot and that battle for the number 4 spot out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Watch the number 22 as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Will he make contact with the 4? Almost gets in the back of him. Out of turn number 4. It's going to be, wow! Irons barely gets the transfer spot. Great race there. It's going to be C, Augie, Lingron, Brennan, Williams, Irons going to the feature. Thompson and Green going to the Consi. All right, we're going to shoot into the LCQ. Top 4 going to transfer. 1 driver will be going home here tonight. I know for some reason I always like to ask, but who do you think is going to be the 1 driver that does not go home? Starting on the pole here tonight in, I called him 26. He's 36 earlier. He's 26. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be the number 26 of Matt Fletchall. Outside of him in the number 6 machine, it's going to be Trevor Thompson. Starting inside row number 2 here tonight in the 113, it's going to be is that Jacob Black? Yeah, Jacob Black. Outside of him, in the number 3, it's going to be Ryan Green. Then rounding out the field here tonight, in the number 36, it's going to be Ryan Gofamis. Or as we used to call him on the old field, on the old build, Wall Famous. Because, man, he was about the best at riding the wall in that old build. All right, down the back straightaway, 1 person going home here tonight as they look for 1 to go at the line this time by. If your favorites in this race, make sure you root hard for them. It may be the last time here tonight that you get to see them as they come out of turn number 4. They're going to get 1 to go at the line this time by. 1 to go at the line, 2 by 2, heading for turn number 1 and 2. Chase, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, side by side, heading for turn number 3. You don't want to be that 1 odd driver out. I'll tell you that much as they head into turn number 3 and 4. When will they fire off? Fletchall on the gas. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Almost contact there. The 113 able to hold on to it, but the big loser there is going to be Ryan Green as here comes Gofamis to the bottom side in turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, I would guess too. Down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Unless there's some contact somewhere to take someone out as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Jacob Black is the number 17 car in this split. And Ryan Green's actually pretty solid I rating. If that says anything about his skill, I don't know. As the 113 is going to park it on Gofamis. Gofamis going to lose that final transfer spot as Ryan Green races his way up through as they come into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to slide up the track, cut down by Gofamis. Good race for the lead as Trevor Thompson going to take the lead in that number 6. Into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Gofamis going to dig the high side. He's going to take that transfer spot back as they head through turn number 3 and 4. I don't care who doesn't make it. This is not going to be easy for any of them as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Oh, contact the 113 going to go around. Oh, big contact. Ryan Green gets in the back of GoFamus, pushes them through Jacob Black. Jacob Black going to be the biggest loser in that one as we go back up to the front. That's pretty much going to make, that one's pretty much going to solidify this one unless something absolutely major happens. But let's take a look. GoFamus is going to send it in. He's going to get back out of it. But Jacob Black's going to get in the back of him and push him into Ryan Green. That is unfortunate for Green as Trevor Thompson leads the way. Matt Fletchall second. GoFamus and Jacob Black, your top 4. I'll tell you what, GoFamus is on a mission as they come across the line that time by, trying to catch these guys. Oh, contact. Oh, the 3 into the wall as Ryan Green continues to try to roll this thing. Almost wrecks the leaders. He's got a broken right front as he continues to try and run laps out of turn number 4. What is he doing? Oh, I thought he was going to go wreck somebody intentionally. Down out of turn number 4. It's going to be white flag this time by Jacob. Did go ahead and take the tow as they head into 1 and 2. One more time around for Trevor Thompson out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Give him the win this time by in the T6. It's going to be Trevor Thompson with the win. Matt Fletchall second. GoFamus third, and Jacob Black going to limp that number 113 home for that 4th and final transfer spot out of turn number 4. That definitely got wild. I'll tell you that much. Thank you guys for the likes over there on TikTok. 6.5K likes. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. All right, guys, let's get ready. Starting on the pole here tonight for the main event, it's going to be the number 48 of Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 33 machine, it's going to be Evan C. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 49 machine, it's going to be Diesel Jones. Outside of him in the number 19, it's going to be Mike Augustine. Starting inside, row number 3 in the number 15 machine, it's going to be Nicholas Eli. Outside of him in the number 1, it's going to be Joey Lingron. Starting inside, row number 4 here tonight in the number 13 machine, it's going to be Levi Fisher. Outside of him in the number 4, it's going to be Kyle Brennan. Starting inside, row number 5 here tonight in the number 97 machine, it's going to be Tyler Clement. Outside of him in the number 22, it's going to be Kane Williams. Starting inside, row number 6 in the 07 machine, it's going to be Stephen Gaines. Outside of him in the number 15, it's going to be Ethan Irons. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, starting in that number 13 spot inside, row number 7, it's going to be, I don't know what number is, the number 6 of Trevor Thompson. Outside of him, it's going to be the number 26 of Matt Fletchall. Then rounding out the field here tonight on the inside of row number 8, it's going to be the 36 of Ryan GoFamus. And last but not least, in the 113, it's going to be Jacob Black. Down the back straightaway, give him an F for effort. Yeah, that was definitely an F. Down the back straightaway, tensions are high. 30 laps here tonight at Weedsport as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the green flag this time by. When are they going to fire off? Green flag is out. Big contact already. They're trying to wreck back in the field as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, more contact as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looks like Lingron and Diesel made some contact. Checked both of them up as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Bunch of damage on the nose of that number 1 already as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Bunch of damage on the number 4 machine 2 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. They're going to complete lap number 2 as Yeager continues to lead the way. Here comes Augie. Augie going to slide into that number 2 spot up to the wall. Evan C going to cut down on a turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes C into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to roll the bottom down the front straightaway. Who's going to have that spot this time by? It's going to be Augie at the line into 1 and 2. Augie going to take that number 2 spot that time by, grabs the wall out of turn 2. That's going to allow Evan C to get the advantage, heading for turn number 3 and 4. Down on the bottom is Evan C, but here comes Augie back to the outside to the line. He's going to be in second that time by side for the number 2 spot out of turn number 2. Much better turn number 1 and 2 for Augie. Kenny clear the number 33 this time as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He's not going to clear him into turn number 1 and 2, but definitely much more of a lead into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Augie now starting to get in a groove. Evan C holding strong on the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. Augie going to dig back on the high side. They are not really letting Yeager pull away too far, considering they are side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Augie going to get a good run through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, here comes C shooting out like a gun out of turn 2. He's going to keep it side by side into turn number 3. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Augie now in that number 2 spot all by himself. Sets his sights on Dylan Yeager. Diesel Jones currently in the number 4 spot. Eli down low into turn number 3 and 4. We're back side by side for the number 2 spot. Wow, this is going to get crazy back here. We're going to stick with this one as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes the 4 of Kyle Brennan. Oh, nose to tail here. These guys really beating and banging, trying to get those spots. The 15 of Kane Williams going to grab the, I think it was Kane. No, Nicholas Eli going to grab the wall there down the back straightaway. Eli currently in the number 4 spot. Diesel Jones in 5th as Kane Williams, Kyle Brennan, Joey Lingron, Levi all trying to close the gap down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, starting to mellow out a little bit as the 15 of Nicholas Eli and the 49 of Diesel Jones trying to pull away from the pack as Kane Williams trying to break out now. But here comes Lingron looking down low into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to catch the inside wall, pushes up the track down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Oh, Stephen Gaines got a big push through 1 and 2. Big contact, big save out of Stephen Gaines. Down into turn number 3 and 4 is getting crazy up here as here comes the 22 of Kane Williams starting to put the pressure on Diesel Jones into turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It's going to be a drag race looking for turn number 3. Here comes Kane Williams down low. Diesel Jones going to try to squeeze him. He's going to keep the spot that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Kane's going to slide up the track. Diesel Jones with a big run out of turn 2. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Rolling that bottom as Kane Williams going to scrape the inside wall out of turn 4. Back nose to tail. 14 laps complete. It's going to be 15 laps complete this time by. Looks like Ryan Gofamis is out of this one as it's going to be Dylan Yeager with 15 laps to go. What are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about here. They got something going on. As Diesel Jones continues to try to protect that number 5 spot. Big pressure out of Kane Williams down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. So far, lean and green as we are past the halfway point as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. These guys getting it figured out, but in the back it is definitely a little more chaotic as we got T. Clem and Stephen Gaines side by side out of turn number 4 down into turn number 1 and 2. We got a bot over there on TikTok or on Twitch out of turn number 4. It's going to be all Dylan Yeager out front 0.7 of a second. He is hoping there's going to be no caution flag as they come out of turn number 2. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. We need to go take a look at this battle as it looks like Kane Williams back up underneath Diesel Jones as Lingron is starting to get in the battle as they head through 3 and 4. Lingron on the outside looking into this battle for the number 5 spot. Diesel Jones holds it. Kane Williams wants it as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The battle is continuing, the lead is continuing to be extended by Dylan Yeager as it stands right now. Down into turn number 1 and 2, keeping it lean and green. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. 10 laps to go, make it 9 to go as the leader crosses the line. Inside 10 laps to go. Battle for 5th is continuing to rage as they close the gap on Nicholas Eli in that number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Eli trying to hold on to 4th as they head through 3 and 4. But I'll tell you what, Diesel Jones and Kane Williams is there with Joey Lingron in tow into turn number 1 and 2. 8 laps to go. Things definitely starting to change a little bit here. Caution would change everything as they head through 3 and 4. Almost a 1 second lead for our leader as they come out of turn number 4. Back up to the front, Yeager continues to enjoy a comfortable lead. Augie and C nose to tail. C almost into the back of the number 19 out of turn number 4. We're going to jump back to the battle for 4th. Nicholas Eli has it. He's got Diesel Jones on his heels into turn number 1 and 2. Jones going to go to the outside. Will that bite him? Kane Williams dives down low out of turn 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Looks like that lane has been on lockdown, been a single file race so far as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Jones is going to get the outside wall as Kane Williams finds some grip down low into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for 2nd is definitely starting to pick up a little bit. We might have to jump over there as we got 4 laps to go as Evan C is definitely starting to put the pressure on the 19 of Mike Augustine as they come across the line. 3 laps to go into 1 and 2. Here comes Evan C. Evan tried to stick that nose up underneath. Can't quite do it. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. He is wearing that number 19 as a nose piece as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. Does Evan C have anything for the 19? And second as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for our leader as he comes out of turn number 4. 1 to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Nose to tail for that number 2 spot. Here comes C down low. C not able to get down low on Augie. One more opportunity for him. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Give the win to Dylan Yeager. Here comes C down low. They make contact. C almost goes around. It's going to be Augie, C. Oh my God, it is crazy back here. Eli, Jones, Williams, Lingron, Brennan, Gaines, and T. Clem, your top 10. Oh, what a race here tonight. What a race here tonight. They kept it lean and green for 30 laps here. Actually, overall, good racing across all of them. It is going to be Dylan Yeager with the win. Augie in second. Evan C in third. Going to be Nicholas Eli in that number 4 spot. Diesel Jones in 5th. Kane Williams in 6th. Going to be Joey Lingron in that number 7 spot. Kyle Brennan in 8th. Stephen Gaines in 9th. T. Clem in that number 10 spot. Jacob Black in 11th. Levi Fisher in 12th. Going to be Matt Fletchall in the number 13 spot. Trevor Thompson in 14th. Ethan Irons 15th, and Ryan Gofamis in that number 16 spot. I doubt I'm going to get any of these guys into the Discord for an interview, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to close this down. Thank you guys for the technical issue and for sticking around and watching some racing with us here tonight. It was a fantastic night of racing. Until next time, guys, as always, until next time.